got everything I wanted. All it took was love subsiding, and I could have a lot of sex from ladies, but it's love I've not been finding. But women will hold a grudge till death, and that's something I do not respect. Drake dropped for all the dogs, and dog, I dogged the chick out when she wouldn't fetch. I feel like this is all that's left. Fire and brimstone.
Welcome to another episode of the My Witz and podcast. This your man T Witz, artist, business owner, free thinker. Some would even consider me a genius, but I'm humble with it. I do my best to not let what I do become about gossip and trends. But I figure the best way to start approaching this channel is to always tie whatever's being discussed in the world back to what I do, which is to try to bring the truth to people, to artists, to people that do business. That's why I started my company. I got tired of people lying to me and doing a lot of code switching and faking. So, with that in mind, let's talk about this whole Young Thug snitching thing. Like I said, it's not even about jumping on the algorithm or being a gossip channel, because that's one thing I refuse to ever become. But since the whole world's talking about it, I want to talk about how hip-hop has been milked. Greed has ruined hip-hop, in my opinion. At least the business of it. The art of it is always going to exist. Music is always going to exist. Different genres of music are always going to exist, and there's different strokes for different folks, different listens for different listeners. And I believe, my personal opinion is that Young Thug snitching, or allegedly snitching, or whatever snitching is to you, is just an easy depiction, the most low-hanging fruit of just how meaningless the culture has become. Just how much of a front there is when it comes to people that are doing business, people that are trying to make it in the industry, trying to build in this industry, claiming to build in this industry. When I was probably about 18, 19 years old, and I started doing this music thing on a serious level, going to official studios, recording, performing, I was in a disbelief at just how much work there was to be done in order to make it, quote unquote. And then I recognized that making it is really about what goals have been set. Young Thug snitching, to me personally, it speaks volumes for just how much people want to come off like they have integrity versus actually having integrity. It's so important for artists in the industry today to come off likable, to come off as if they keep a certain code, as if they have an integral way about how they do business, about how they move as a person. When the truth is, a lot of this just comes down to money. A lot of this just comes down to status, and it comes down to being able to say that I'm doing something that my peers aren't, and therefore you have to worship me. I'm not with all that. That's not what T Witz does. That's not what I choose to be about, because to me personally, it doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, it might give you a little ego boost for a moment. It might, make people feel inferior to you for a short period of time, but it's just gonna breed hatred. It's just gonna warrant a lot of animosity towards you. Shit, without even getting halfway where I'm trying to be, I have so much animosity towards me simply because I tell the truth. So I can understand why a lot of people tell others what they want to hear, why they pretend to hold certain codes, why they act as if they have integrity, because because people want to believe in things. They want to believe in people. I mean, no one's gonna go out of their way to say, hey, don't trust me, I'm not a very good person. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, it makes my job that much harder. My job as a business owner who tries to help artists create the best music through clean mixes, through consistent mixing and audio recording, through real marketing, by building relationships with people, by being consistent and following through with people. It makes my job so much harder because these are the steps you have to take to gain success, not just in music. I'm gonna say that again. It makes my job that much harder because these are the steps you have to take, not just in music, but as a business owner in general. When you are an artist, you're a walking, talking brand. A lot of artists don't look at themselves that way. Thank God I've been looking at myself that way for some time now, because it allows me to move accordingly. When I have conversations with people, executives, business owners, whoever they are, potential fans, I know to put the ego aside, because no business thrives off of ego. Well, it's not true necessarily. Businesses don't naturally thrive off of ego. They thrive off of solving problems. So when I went to Las Vegas to found Tribe Trinity Entertainment, LLC, that was a harsh truth that I learned. I learned that just because you call yourself a business and just because you say you have a product, that does not make you a business. That does not mean you have a viable product. A product is something that people want based on demand. And it's something you provide because you are trying to provide solutions. Hence, you must find a problem. How many of y'all music is solving problems? I'll wait. You may think it's solving problems. What problem is your music solving? This is to the artists out there, to the business owners now. What problem is your business solving? Your product solving? When I started asking myself this, I started coming to a conclusion as a business owner and as an artist. Just because I tell people to go listen to my music does not mean that they're obligated to go listen to my music. Better yet, when I tell people to go listen to my music, it makes them want to do the opposite. Unfortunately, most musicians, most artists today won't go and have a simple conversation, won't spark an intuitive conversation about something that may interest them, that may not interest them, that may not bite the bullet and go and see someone post something that may not be the most favorable to the artist. Like, for example, I make it a point to go into hip-hop forums on social media, and I discuss hip-hop with hip-hop fans, and it gains me fans, and it gains me potential clients, and people get interested in what I have to say because I come with a discussion. I come with something to add to the discussion. Try to start conversations with people. This is free game. Try, when you go and follow someone on Instagram, when you hit follow, go shoot them a DM. Say what's up. Ask them what they do. Don't just be a looky-loo on social media. I've made a video about that before. Shout out to everybody who watches my videos. Hit me with a like. Share this, to somebody who you think might benefit from it. Remember, this is to people that are about the music business, people that are about business in general, people that are about building relationships. That's why I started this channel. I'm trying to gain a mass following of people that are about the truth, that are about integrity, and that are about getting things done through action, not just talking. Even though through social media you do a whole lot of talking, but hopefully it turns into action eventually. But anyway, start conversations with people, build relationships. Don't just tell people to listen to your music. And once again, Young Thug allegedly snitching, supposedly snitching, Atlanta being exposed for the place it is, a place with humans, with people that are afraid, that get scared, that fuck up. I'm not even gonna make it about the fakeness of the industry. Let's just take the veil off and just say that these are people trying to make money, trying to eat, And it's every damn dog for himself. So if you know that, work with people who want to see you succeed. Work with people like me, T. Witz, Tribe Trinity Entertainment. I work with an amazing administration that helps me to register my music, to receive sync licensing, publishing, to take the proper steps, the boring business steps that most artists don't want to take in order to receive success from my music, from all the hard work I put in. To any artist that's watching this video, I'm gonna do my best to be more consistent, to put knowledge and information out there that y'all can benefit from. Because that's the whole reason I do this. I do this because it's not about just being a man. Like, I'm pretty fulfilled with a lot of the things that I do with my life. I like to help others be fulfilled. I like to help others to succeed. Plus, it makes me money. So why not, you know?
Tribe Trinity.